Hi guys, it's Angelina again. This is video number 4, and first I have to apologize because yesterday I missed the day. I missed the video day. Well, here's the thing. My baby sister had a baby girl last night, and I was in the room with her, so I apologize. I was way too tired to do the video after working, being at the hospital, doing cooking class, and then coming home. So I decided to practice what I preach and take care of myself rather than push myself. So I did not get the video to you. But you can count on me in the future to have them to you every day, because I had many emails about where is this video? Why isn't it here? So let's move forward. For those of you who have been following, this video series is called From Cocaine to Carrots. It's about my life's transformational journey. And we're up to age 15. And I just share with you a little bit about what happened at 15, and I promised you that I would share with you about the first time that I ever did cocaine. So, alright. Well, I remember that at this part of my life I had been doing lots of other kinds of drugs. So, we've been smoking pot, like I'd said, we've been drinking, not eating very well, and I was getting sick. But what I didn't tell you is that when I was between the age of 15 and 16, I was an honor roll student. I was on many committees, many boards, and I was voted most helpful as far as the yearbook staff went. And so I was living this two lives. And many times I hear clients talking about living two lives, or being the way that they think they should be one time, and then being the way that they want to be, or the way that their soul is calling them to be at another time. So it's really interesting to notice if we're not in alignment and we're not living both parts of who we are at one time, then we lose our power. And so at this time, I didn't have much. I was out at a party with my friend. Let's call her Jen for privacy's sake. And I had already fought my other two friends, remember? So I didn't have those anymore. So this is a new friend. And we're out at a party. And I remember it being fun. I've been social. I didn't drink too much. And she comes up to me and tells me about this new guy that she's dating. Well, the new guy that she's dating happened to be a drug dealer. And she was a little bit hesitant to tell me, but told me that, she had been finding out a little bit more about cocaine, and it was really fun. And she says, well, why don't you come try some? And I remember thinking to myself and feeling this, you ever feel like in the pit of your stomach, this is not a good idea, right? This is not a good idea. But remember, I didn't have much care, and I really did want to alleviate my pain. So I said no. And then later on that evening, I went home, and I forget exactly what happened, but something happened at home that I didn't like. And I snuck out, I got in my car, and I drove to her house, which wasn't far away. And I remember knocking on her window, and I walked in, and I said, hey, Jen, let me come in. And so I go in, and I sit down, and I say, do you still have that stuff? And she pulls out this little tiny bag. It's about this big, right? It has like a little bit of white stuff in the bottom. And so she sits there, and she says, well, I have to, we can just try this little thing. It's called a numbie. And so you take your finger, and you put it on your teeth, you put it on your lips, and all of your lips and your whole mouth goes numb. And it's pretty crazy feeling. It's like, it's this interesting taste. It tastes chemically. It's really, really strange for those of you who have never had it. It's a very distinct flavor. And your mouth goes numb. It's pretty cool. So after we had done that, she says, well, let's try a line. And I'm like, okay, well, you go first. So she rolls up this little dollar bill. She puts it out on the table. Actually, she put it out on a mirror. I remember that. And she kind of uses a little blade and cuts it up, chops it up. And she uses it and she snorts a line, right? And I said, well, how was it? And she says, well, it was kind of burning and, this whole thing. So, okay, I can do this. I can feel my strength and my independence coming out. I can do this. And so I do the same thing. I go and do the line, and I couldn't believe it burned so bad. It was this disgusting stuff running down the back of my throat. It hurt so bad. It was so bad. It was gross. I had to chug some water as it tasted so bad, and it was burning and yucky and everything. And all of a sudden, my heart started going faster. And I'm thinking, this can't work this fast, right? So we decided to climb out the window and start walking around the neighborhood because we were getting a little bit hyper. Well, the next thing I know, I remember her on the phone talking to her new boyfriend, and I'm sitting outside of the house, kind of leaning against the house, and I'm rocking myself back and forth and wondering, what did I just do? I feel so strange, so weird. I don't like how I feel. This is totally disgusting. I hate it. And at the same time, I liked it. I liked doing something different. I liked being rebellious. I liked doing something that you weren't supposed to do. All those things were completely interesting. So that was the first night. That was the first night that I did my first line of cocaine, and from there on, it became something that I knew that I could relate to, and every time we would be out, we would be offered some, I thought, oh, that's cool, I know how to do this. I mean, hey, I can look cool here. So, little by little, we started doing more and more and more, and as my friend Jen was dating this drug dealer, we had access to more and more and more, and so then it brings me to the night that it was the New Year's Eve night, and I will share with you on the next video about the tragedy that occurred because of what was happening. So until then, I want you to consider a little bit about what I'm sharing here, and consider about, what is this bringing up for you? And many people have said, Angelina, I feel like I've lost my voice. How do I find my voice? And I promise that over the next few videos, I will be teaching you more about how did I break through this vicious cycle of losing my voice and losing love for myself, and share with you about how that began to heal, and my voice started becoming stronger and stronger, and I started loving myself more and more, and how that impacted my weight loss. So stay tuned. I can't wait to share video number 5 with you. This is Angelina signing off.